Fantasy Flight Games has a title that's got my attention, and maybe it'll get yours. Star Wars Unlimited: Spark of Rebellion. Star Wars Unlimited is a fast-paced, dynamic game that is both easy to learn and strategically deep. This game features iconic heroes, villains, ships, and settings from all facets of the legendary Star Wars franchise, including movies, TV series, comics, video games, and everything in between. And that's it. Wow, talk about keeping it short and tight there from the publisher. Not a lot there, but do they need to say a lot? It is Star Wars, and it is Fantasy Flight Games. Well, I wanted to look more into it. I wanted to get some more information, and now I'm here to share that with you a little bit. So yeah, Fantasy Flight Games has been putting out a lot of Star Wars games, and they're a company that, in most cases, with most of their titles, they usually heavily support them with expansions. This is a trading card game. This is a collectible trading card game. I want to warn you of that up front, and I say that like that, warning you, because it can be a very expensive game to chase. If you've never gone through chasing down randomized cards and booster packs. But with that being said, yes, Fantasy Flight Games and Star Wars do seem to generally make some great games, them using that franchise, that IP. So even though I myself am not the biggest fan of collectible card games, this did catch my eye, and just because it might not be 100% for me doesn't mean I don't smell something good here. This is a game that a lot of the reviewers that I've been reading are comparing it, at least in part, to the Star Wars version of Magic the Gathering. So this is a collectible trading card game, just like Magic the Gathering. Just like Magic the Gathering, uses different elements. This has different factions. Well, actually, this only has two, right? This has the light side and the dark side. This is a deck building game. In fact, you're building your deck either light side or dark side. Maybe someday in the future they'll have a gray side for the Janissari. They need to do more with the Janissari. Anyway. So that is right now the light and the dark side. Classic Star Wars balance of good versus evil to be played out in card form right in front of you. Now, this does take another cue from Star Wars, and unlike most of the Magic, like Magic specifically, they comparing this to, you're not battling just on the plains. You're not battling just in the swamps. You're not battling on a planet, on the ground. There's also cards where you will be going in space, and ship-to-ship combat will be happening. So just like Star Wars, this does cover action both on and above the ground. Reviewers are all saying that this does keep to what most trading card games do, with a very simple, easy rules, something easy to learn and to teach, to be able to jump right into the game. And they do that, apparently, from the reviewers I've been seeing talking about this, for this game. They have a nice little quick to learn rules. So that's going to help you get this to the table, because it is just a card game, right? So you should be able to get it to the table and pick out your cards and make your deck and battle maybe within moments. Let's see. Now, one of the things, and the reviewers themselves are also talking about this, but the description from the publisher had to say, was they are really pulling everything into this game. The classic Star Wars movies, the prequels, the sequel movies, the solo standalone movies, the TV series, there was a couple, video games. Everything. Anything that has been stamped with Star Wars since Disney hasn't been retconned out of the original storyline is all going to be part of this. They're throwing everything into this bag of tricks. If you're a Star Wars fan, there's going to be things in this you are going to find and like. The developers apparently have been trying to capture the pulp feel of the Pulp Fiction feel and the action, that the genre of Star Wars did itself try to capture. Not create, but did try to capture itself. And they're trying to do that with the way the rules and the mechanics of the game are set up. And a lot of the reviewers are saying that they are really enjoying and feeling this, that it does have that feel of a two-fisted or two-gun Pulp Fiction action story. Maybe in this case, a two-lightsaber action story. So if that's true, what these reviewers are saying, it isn't just something that they've been asked to say, that's pretty damn cool. And that really gets my attention. So I also saw, and I think this is pretty cool, it's been a long time since I jumped into collectible trading cards. I kind of gave that up for the most part years ago. But I don't remember this. So the core box comes with 2 playmats, 2 rule books. I mean, great, you don't have to be passing it back and forth to each other. But the box that it comes in itself is a storage box for those and future cards that you get in the set. Now, obviously, you're probably going to outgrow that box really fast because you're probably going to get addicted to buying all those damn expansions. That's what the warning earlier in this video was about. But yeah, this for a collectible card game, which I'm pretty much over at this point in my life, I got to say, this really did capture my attention. And maybe, just maybe, this is going to get me back into it. I'm not sure, but I know it's on my radar. It's on my radar. So, don't listen to influencers that have possibly been paid, bribed, or gifted to tell you one thing or another. Go get your own information, and as soon as this is available, watch some playthroughs. Playthroughs are always going to be the best way for you to decide whether you think you're going to enjoy a game. Don't listen to the talking heads. Don't be influenced. Be informed. That's what I'm trying to do. All right, so go get more information on Star Wars Unlimited.